Hey, what is going on, truth lovers? And welcome back to the eternal search for a crime. Okay, okay, we left it at a serious choice. Hand over the disc or absolutely not? So, Gina's still there with the smoke grenade launcher, right? Let's say no and see what happens. Absolutely not. There are some things a man must protect at all costs. This may well be one of those things. Then again, it may not. Hold it! Oh, yo, forgot he's got a gun. Mr. Windybank?
This is my shop. I can't allow any harm to come to my customers. If that were to happen, I should have to take my own life.
No! Focus on the other man with a gun, please. That's so unhelpful. Mr. Windybank, no! Alright, that's enough. Hey, Gregson, wasn't it? Yeah, that's it. Just in time, boys. Inspector? Caught red-handed.
That's right, sunshine. The alarm was raised on one of our dedicated emergency lines, so we got here as fast as we could. Now, what's this about, eh? Praise me, you're here at last. I was moments away from forfeiting my own life in my very own establishment.
That would have been so unhelpful. It would seem you have the upper hand. Yeah, I'll take him away, boys. Nice, he gave the jacket back.
Right, you lot have got some explaining to do. I don't appreciate being bothered with some petty argy-bargy.
I wonder if it was the cameras that set him off. Who knows how long, Well, he wouldn't have been stood there with a gun for... What was it, like 15-minute intervals or something like that? Petty? He very nearly met with his end.
Yeah, by his own gun as far as I can tell. Oh dear. And the whole of Britain could meet with this end if I don't get to the bottom of the case I'm supposed to be working on.
What? What on earth is the case, Inspector? Spare no detail, Gregson.
I might have said a little too much. No matter, it's nothing to do with you lot.
Aha! That's going to be where the case is, surely.
Anyway, sir, you're going to have to come with me down to the station.
He's still eating. It's just internally lunchtime for this guy. But of course, Inspector.
Ah!
What'd he do? Shoryuken?
He's getting away! Get after him, lads! Whistle the beat officer too.
Better not be Officer Beatty. That was his name. No, Rowley. He just kept falling asleep.
Sir.
Nice. Track him down. Surely an unlicensed gun.
There's been a spate of thefts at pawn shops around here recently, so we fitted emergency buttons underneath the counters for brokers to let us know when there's trouble.
Hey, just in time.
Inspector, I was very worried there for a while. Very worried indeed. Now then, Mr. Permanently in mourning.
Oh, yeah?
I'll be taking that whatever it is and with Gildeds down to the yard, thank you very much. So hand it over.
Yes, of course. Do we trust the police? No, don't give it to him. It's mine, that is, mine.
I'm sorry, miss, but anything belonging to McGilded has to be taken in as evidence now.
As evidence? Yeah, if it could help the fire somehow. If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate. It's all yours, Inspector. Gah. Okay. Show him stepping in. And so, we handed the disc over to the Inspector. And were summarily turfed out of the shop and onto the street. Okay, turfed out is a bit harsh.
Give me that disc, get out. To be continued. Next.
We did it. Good old progression. We'll take a save. Such pleasant victory music. Right, case 5. Are we actually getting somewhere? 15th of April, Baker Street. Oh yeah. Nice and local.
See, that's why I hate grown-ups. All they do is feed you a pack of lies and take stuff away from you.
Oh really? Tell me, is that overcoat keeping you warm?
What? Oh my, surely you were given that.
Didn't she cash it in with the name and all that, no?
Yeah, the D let me keep it after I looked daggers at him for long enough. He went through the pockets and then said, "Go on then, have it," before telling me to scarp her. Always pays off giving people a look like you ate them.
You ate them? I can't help feeling that it's going to get you into serious trouble one day. Yep, like what are you looking at, love? Stab.
What I really wanted was that nice shiny disc, mind. The music box disc.
But he said it was practically worthless.
I think I'm going to go and have another bash.
What?
Give him a long hard stare.
I think not. We shan't enter his shop again today.
Why not? That's not fair.
It can't be helped, I'm afraid. The police are investigating the scene now and taking a statement from him.
But that disc's mine. I had a ticket for this coat and it was in this coat's pocket. And there should be something else and all. That's what that rotten co said, ain't it?
Oh yeah. Yes, he did mention something about another article, didn't he?
Well then, that's mine too, whatever it is.
Wonder did he pocket that when he put the jacket on? Now she's really pushing her luck. I think it's time to admit defeat. You've had your haul for the day.
Yeah, and it's all your fault.
Everyone hates Sholmes. So, what are your plans now? Will you dine with us this evening? What?
Eh?
Still trying to chirps. Interesting. Iris would be delighted to cook, I'm sure. And I might entertain you with a modest violin recital. Hey, sounds like he's got the mojo back.
No, Tar.
Oh.
Why would I come round your place, eh? Have you lost your head or something?
Teleportation.
Oh dear, she's gone.
Having reviled on me quite unnecessarily, I might add. I can't help wondering if perhaps she might turn up anyway. Interesting. Once she's had a chance to calm down, I think there's a good chance she'll decide to come. Nice. Let's see what she can nick from Sholmes' house. Very well then. I'll inform Iris to set a place for our potential guest at the dinner table this evening. And one more thing. I should be glad of your company later, too. Well, we're staying upstairs anyway, aren't we? Sorry. I believe I will have a rather splendid surprise to show you.
Oh, how exciting. What is it?
You shall have to wait and see. Until later. We're just gonna move. Unless we can talk to her somehow. Nope. Oh. Nope.
Move.
Ah, it's greyed out.
Damn.
We'll go back to the room just in case. No. I'm going to assume... Yeah, she'll still scream. No! There we are. Cool, straight to dinner, I guess. Hell yeah. Where is the crime? charms is sweet.
Ah, Susie and Bruno, come in, come in.
Good afternoon.
Thank you so much for breakfast this morning. Oh, don't mention it. Goodness, look at the time already.
Busy as always.
I am. I'm preparing everything for dinner this evening.
Already? You're obviously cooking something special, are you?
Oh yes, after all, we have a special guest joining us.
A gun?
Guess who it is? Go on. Hee hee, you'll never guess.
Look at those little eyes of hers shining. Need a gun for the guest.
Oh dear, it is awkward when you already know the answer, isn't it? It's Ginny, isn't that exciting? Oh, what a surprise. Yes, that's wonderful news.
Wow, Iris seems overjoyed at the idea.
I can't wait to learn some pickpocketing tips from a real professional.
Hey, nice, you can put it in the book. Oh yeah, that does sound like fun.
I'm not sure that's entirely appropriate, are you?
By the way, Iris, what's he up to? Is he just staring at the desk?
Hurley? Oh, he's been like that ever since he got back.
Hello? I beg that you won't speak to me. Sorry? I don't know who you are, but kindly take your leave. As you can see, I'm not here. Oh, the jacket's off. I think the muse is gone. I don't know how to respond to that.
I do apologise. When he gets like this, he's completely oblivious to everything.
Yes, I see.
Really, he behaves just like a child sometimes, he does. They have something of a parent and child relationship, don't they?
Yeah, except that Iris is clearly the parent here. Good old hydration. Okay, about halfway through-ish. Come to think of it. I wonder where her real parents are.
What's the matter, Bruno? You have ever such a funny look on your face.
Oh, no, it's nothing.
I know what it is. Why does this girl live here with him, you're wondering? Am I right?
How? How did you?
Oh, Bruno, I can read you like a book.
Oh, this girl is dangerous.
Don't worry, you can ask me anything. I won't mind.
Tell me the square root of pi immediately. Just in case. Okay. I thought that may open up some sort of conversation route like her, but yeah. So, what are you so engrossed in? Did you not hear? I am not here. Of course you're not. I cannot think why the whole bed of the ocean is not one solid mass of oysters. So prolific the creatures seem. He won't even turn around and look at me.
It's best to just leave him alone when he's in one of his moods like this.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay. Back to the original plan. Tell me about living with Sholmes.
I'm sure you've been wondering why it is that I live here with him, haven't you?
Well, it has crossed my mind. That and where are your real parents? Just chuck that in.
My mummy and daddy aren't with me anymore.
Oh damn, the music stopped?
Mummy passed away when I was born. And at around the same time my father... Well, he had to go to a faraway land because of one of the cases he and Hurley were working on.
I bet he's coming back for this final case. Wait a minute, did you just say he and Hurley?
Yes. Daddy and Hurley were always solving mysterious cases together.
Oh, yo, Watson? She didn't mention that before.
He wrote them all up in his diaries. That's what's in the metal chest over there.
Ah, that might be what's at the pawnbrokers. Also, really, he recorded them all.
So, you mean it's true? He really did have a partner with whom he tackled some of his most taxing cases? Oh yes, I mean it's always nice to have one, isn't it?
So his partner was your father?
Exactly. He told me I wasn't allowed to look in the chest, but that only made me want to look even more, so I opened it up and found your father's memoirs. Yes, so I asked him, who wrote these? He nearly fell off his chair. But then he told me, that's when I found out that the author of all those accounts was my father.
Oh, yo, and now she's really into writing accounts. That's pretty cool. So Iris's father was Sholmes' partner. Okay, we'll come back to that. Ginny. So by Ginny, you mean Miss Lestrade, the young woman from the McGilder case 2 months ago, right?
Yes, who also stole my experimental smoke grenade launcher.
Ah, I wonder if she'll bring it back.
Although after that trial I invited her back here and we had dinner together. And now we're the best of friends.
What?
Oh, what a lovely tale. Yes, now if I bump into her on the street, she runs away as fast as she can. Oh. And I chase her after her down the back alleys.
Interesting idea of friendship.
And then I let her have the latest colour of smoke grenade I've developed. Oh. There are so many beautiful colours in the world. Ginny wants me to make a whole rainbow.
So girly. I suppose this means you've let her keep the smoke grenade launcher, have you?
Yes, that's right. I'd got bored of it anyway. Hurley always reacts the same way when I shoot him with it now.
Poor Hurley.
Oh, I can't wait for Ginny to arrive. It's been too long since she last came over. I'm so excited.
I just hope she actually does come. Okay, back to Papa.
I've practically lived with Hurley all my life. I was tiny when he took me in. So, it came as quite a shock. When he told me he wasn't really my daddy, I mean. It must
have done.
I wonder why he chose to tell you, and at such a young age.
He says it's because he wouldn't have been able to hide it from me.
Oh? Well, having lived with him all these years, you might say that his ways have rubbed off on me. There are some things I can just see. Especially lies. I almost know when people are lying before they open their mouths sometimes.
Right.
Anyway, I was so fascinated when I read Daddy's diaries. That's what inspired me to write the adventures of Herlock Sholmes, actually. I'd always assumed he simply told you all those thrilling stories. Oh no, he's hopeless like that. He forgets everything. As soon as he solved the case, it all but vanishes from his mind. Oh, I see. The other day it was so embarrassing. As usual, he totally forgot about the case he just solved. So the very next day he gathered together all the people involved and proceeded to solve the case again.
What?
It was quite a shock for everyone.
You can say that again.
You share your father's surname, don't you? That's right, Wilson. Daddy is Dr. John H. Wilson. I learned from his diaries that he's a doctor of medicine, you see.
Pretty cool.
That's what prompted me to study and study so that I could earn a doctorate as well.
Iris's father, who went to some distant land and is a doctor by the... Oh no! That's the guy who died in the first case, wasn't it? And is a doctor by the name of Dr. John H. Wilson. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's a Japanese judge from the first case. Oh man. I'm sorry, but your dad is dead. John H. Wilson. And I killed him, allegedly. That's right, visiting professor of medicine at Imperial Yummy University. Well, probably Yume, but yeah. And the man who, in the most bizarre of circumstances, lost his life just before we left Japan. Are we going to tell her? She's quite young.
Yes.
Perhaps we shouldn't pursue this conversation any further at this time.
I think that would be for the best.
Okay. But she's just said she knows when we're lying, so if she does randomly see some sort of expressive look on her face, she might be like, "You know him!" My dear fellows, how good to see you.
Sholmes?
Why ever did you not make your presence known to me before?
Ah,
Well, no matter now. So, how the devil are you? We've been with you for most of the day. Goodness, really? Oh man. So he's just solved the case and gone into complete relaxation, forgetful mode. Wasn't it, he did some sort of drugs in the books. I forget if it was cocaine or something like that, and he used to box and all sorts. As was the style of the time.
do tell me, is your violin unscathed?
My violin? Whatever are you talking about, dear madam?
Oh,
Never mind that now. I have something far more interesting to show you. Behold, my dear fellows. What? How do you get that?
oh, another music box disc.
No, not another disc. This is the one Gregsy demanded we hand over as evidence.
Oh my.
Then, what's it doing here? Heh. You know, at times, I think that though I have an undeniable turn for detection, I may well be even more adept at larceny. Oh, here we go.
Oh, that would be wonderfully exciting. I'd be your pickpocketing assistant. And Runa could be our go-to lawyer if we ever got caught.
Right. Put the gun down, please.
Plus, Susie has such beautiful handwriting she could write all our menacing crime notifications. Yes, I'd be delighted.
I'm just going to pretend this conversation never happened, I think. Okay. Irish first. Not a name I expected to hear again so soon. Yeah, it's only been 2 months since that grisly case. Oh, yeah, we got the music stopping already. Ah, because it's a flashback, of course. He perished within hours of the trial's conclusion. And Van Ziek's just stood there watching. Was it the curse of the Reaper? No one knows. Still now. The omnibus was reduced to a pile of ash. Not a shred of evidence remained. And with the man's death, the truth about the murder in which he was so intimately involved was buried. Damn. Even though he successfully established his innocence in the trial,
The newspapers are still claiming there remains an unsolved case.
maybe that's what Gregson's working on. That was case 3, if I remember correctly. The murder of the brickmaker, Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason. Now I want some triple fried chips, damn it. In the end, the truth of the matter remains a mystery. We still have no idea of what really happened that night. Well, this is all flashback stuff anyway, right? Potentially not. Although he was found not guilty, by my defence, I still don't know if that was the right judgment or not. Okay, moving on. It would appear that the case is not yet closed. Right guys, it looks like we will be wrapping up Sholmes' dialogue tree. You'd imagine we'll get a secret extra option after this one's through. It's usually the case to squeeze in another one or two. And then, who knows, maybe she will show up for dinner time, but we'll leave it there once we're done with Sholmes. So, I don't understand. How did that disc come to be in your possession? I thought Gregson took it back to Scotland Yard. Quite correct. And that sort of uncompromising attitude is precisely why I always carry some of this.
That's a bar of caramel.
Your one and only friend in times of loneliness, if I'm not mistaken. If you will humour me, my dear fellows, cast your minds back to when the good detective confiscated the disc. Why is this such a flashback episode? What's going on? Taking it down to the yard. Okay, so he slipped him a fake disc, clearly. Right, and then the scene just ended there. For the briefest of moments, I had the disc in my hand, did I not? Did he make a copy? Yeah, you did, but I still don't understand. It was at precisely that moment that I summoned my one and only friend into action. I pressed the disc into a pair of bars like this. Ah, that's amazing! The disc and all the minuscule protrusions have made an image in the caramel. Yum. Indeed, this caramel is quite exceptional. I developed it myself, you know. Suitably soft for making impressions, but resistant to melting. The result of a precisely controlled solution.
How extraordinary!
Carrying a pair of these on one's person frequently proves very useful. Indeed. Take a house key, for example. A simple press and its unique form is duplicated. I can enter anyone's property at will and never without high sucrose nourishment. Yes, it sounds illegal. From the image I was able to create this. I confess I was most curious to know what manner of music would issue from the disc when played. The music on the disc.
Do tell us then. What music does the disc play?
Trouble is with a music box, if you only slightly recognise it and it's a blank disc, you're just going to be like, what's that bloody song? I know it! Well, unfortunately, I have no idea. Yep. And this was a long time before Shazam was a thing. None whatsoever. Are you familiar with the workings of a music box, my dear fellows? No, I'm afraid not.
Goodness, you don't know, Bruno?
Oh, yo, we're getting an explanation. What? This is such Professor Layton music.
Inside a music box, there's a special metal piece called a comb. That's what produces the sound.
Blididididing.
Small protuberances pluck the different teeth of the comb as they rotate past it, making the different notes.
Yeah, it'd be a very short loop though, wouldn't it? Depending on... yeah, I guess how slow or fast it goes and how big the comb and reel are.
The first music boxes to be invented used a rotating cylinder with protuberances on it.
Damn. But over time, a new type of player was produced which uses discs such as these. With that development, the popularity of music boxes spread far and wide, all around the globe.
Why exactly?
Because the discs are easy to produce and can be interchanged to facilitate the playing of different tunes. There are a great many firms in Europe now manufacturing music boxes as a result.
It is wonderful to be able to enjoy music even when no performer is present.
Yeah, that is amazing. But it is the very success of the invention that means we are now presented with an insurmountable problem. What do you mean? As you may imagine, the construction of one firm's music box does not match that of another. Oh, so you need to find the right box for the right disc. You can't just shove it in any old music box, got you? And we have no way of knowing in which music box this particular disc was designed to be played, got you? There is no resolution to this problem, I'm afraid. It's quite intractable. Ah, I see. So that's why... Naturally, I tested the disc in those few music boxes I have at my disposal. That's all out of tune and shit. Got ya. But as you can hear, to no avail. Okay. The results were equally unsatisfactory in this one. So, I am presently engaged in acquiring an example of all the music boxes ever made in Europe.
Every single one?
That's early for you. Always taking things too far. But, my dear girl, an unsolved riddle is quite repugnant to my constitution. But surely all the different types in Europe will amount to a huge volume of music boxes, won't it? Yes, that is certainly true in the worst case. I shall just have to ask you to vacate the attic. What? Sorry, mate, you got to move out. I've goofed up really hard.
Okay, well, it's time I started getting things ready for dinner, I think.
Boom. Perfect timing, guys. Get the save on and leave it there. So, if that's done, then the only thing left to be said is, if you like the looks of any of the suggested videos flooding your screen at this very second, then check some of them out and more importantly, let me know what you thought. Because you know I love that lawyery feedback, honey. If you've missed any of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles so far, then catch up. But the main thing is, guys, as always, I hope you're well. Thanks for watching, and see you again next time.